sad, ne mora svatko otvoriti firmu, nek možeš voziti za nekoga tko ima već postojeću firmu. I onda dakle uzimati se 25% Uberu, plus još naknada koji se dogovorio sa tim svojim šefom. Koji su se dogodili sa napadima i s time da su to baš izdvojeni slučajevi gdje su taksisti, ili ne mora biti da su uvijek bili taksisti, izgubili to neko
nelegalno. Nedavno su imali sastanak s ministrom prometa. Ministar im je nakon sastanka dao za pravo, ali sve skupa ubrzo utihnulo.
Tu postoji određena nespretnost, recimo, blago rečeno. Da je to nelegalno. Pa jedna država, jedno ministarstvo, jedan ministar ima u rukama sve alate koje može imati jedna država da to isključi, da to bez ikakvog problema, bez nekakvih nelegalnosti i ne znam čega, i ne želim si sada ne želim se dovesti u situaciju da sam negdje na rubu nečega. Tako da sam ja puno gledao, puno razgovarao.
Veliki spor pred Europskim sudom u Luksemburgu oko toga da li Uber obavlja uslugu prijevoza, kao što tvrde taksisti. Hrvatska zapravo ne smije ograničavati Uberu poslovanje, jer vrijede pravila unutarnjeg tržišta. Ono što je važno je što stoji da Europska komisija podržava Uber. Europska unija misli da se radi o novim poslovnim modelima koji su za Europsku uniju važni u svijetu globalne konkurentnosti, u svijetu podizanja zapošljavanja, a i snižavajući
su izvana. Bilo da se radi o konkurentskom taksi prijevozu ili aplikaciji poput Ubera.
Došli svi taksi privatnici, sve više je počelo i svi država dolaziti ovdje. A to ne može, ovdje je Hrvatska mora imati sama taksi svoj.
Pa iskreno, ne znam, možda bi trebalo neka prava da taksista.
Taksi Zagreb je bio monopolistički skroz i nije imao nikad nikakvu konkurenciju, mogli su raditi s cijenama što su htjeli, a sad su prvi put dobili konkurenciju i normalno da im to nije bilo po volji baš.
Iako je Uber američki.
Uber je u principu posrednik. Mi nismo zaposlenici Ubera, mi smo svi zaposlenici određenih obrta, određenih firmi i tako. Mi nemamo
So, well, maybe we can start with your remarks and what you just saw. Did you find some issues that you already saw in your country, for instance?
Yeah, it's quite interesting situation because there's lots of people who are understanding what's happening in the world, how the system is changing, how there is coming the sharing economy and the collaborative economy, and sharing about issues, not only cars but other things too. And I think it's very nice to see that it's not only for the younger generation. People who are using it or who are working for it, they can be younger or older people, and I think it's the issue that you are fighting against it when you really don't know what it is and what is behind it. And it's for example, in Finland I have realized it, that there is that basic system where people have get known. Someone want to stick on it and someone want to change it. Not only for the prices, but the biggest issue is to get for different services and to somehow make the public transport services like connecting link, not a separate trips, but something which connects people and connects places much better than today. And I think for me it has been very waking up when I have checking out what is happening, for example, in our neighbor Estonia, where they have tried to find a solution with these problems also, having a platform for taxation, having a platform for social security issues, for the insurance for the people, and kind of able things to happen, but find a solution for the problems with the smart way, with other applications. if they have an application called Uber, they can find other applications to support that developing by having other solutions with taxation and so on. And I think it's the key for the whole debate we are having right now, for example, here in the European Parliament, and collaborative economy.
So if I hear you a fair sum up of your position.
Yeah, because I think the new services are coming, and I think it's good for the business environment and good for the service for the people. And people are waiting for the better services. And if we want to be kind of front runners, which I hope we could be in Europe, we need to have those platforms where we can deal with these problems, because we have applications, we have innovations, as we can see, for example, in Estonia. If there's politicians who make things happen, who are the enabler, not the back-upper, or who are saying that, oh, okay, never come here and no doing that, okay, we need to have legislation which is working against for the no services. Because I think the world is changing. Even we want or not, it will change. And the new generations are changing because they are different customers than us or our fathers and grandfathers and mothers and sisters. And I think it's important to speak about these issues, because right now I have learned here in the parliament also that there's people who are saying that, okay, don't talk about these don't belong to European Parliament, these are member states issues. But if we don't share the good practices, then the other member states don't know what's really happening. Also in those countries where they find a solution, they open the market, somehow play with the same level playing field, find the solution for the problems, and then make the peace, for example, between those companies who exist already and those who are coming. And the next issue, I think, it's also the discussion about the climate impacts. Uber is not the basic car sharing if you are checking out the whole proposal for car sharing system and how it affects to the climate issues. But last week I heard that also Uber is developing some kind of things with this issue, like BlaBlaCar. Maybe you have heard that. They're a car sharing pool, and it's somehow coming and changing also the thinking that, okay, I want to own my car, no one else use it, and that's it. And I think it helps us also with the climate challenges, with the pollution, with the congestion, and so on.
So okay, you're saying we are seeing these companies that use basically a sharing model where we don't have the old way of working and we see what's coming, but we're not quite sure. So we have to anticipate the new ways of working, because all the set regulations we have today is adapted to the reality of today, but we really have to use these examples to think about regulations not only on transportation but all fields where people work actually. So you think you should inspire yourselves from these models to have a leap forward? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's because I know that the change is coming, and if we want to be on top of it, we need to act, not just wait that people start to fight each other and no one gets anything but unhappy customers. And I think it's very important to have that discussion here in the Parliament, not just only the member states, because I think we have to have some kind of umbrella regulation, I think very soft and very easy to understand, it might be very difficult with the regulation because normally we are trying to make everything very tight and put all the titles inside it, and nothing can change. So I think it's somehow to put up a list of good examples and good ideas which we could share in the whole European Union with all the member states, where we could help those companies who are already existing, because I think there's very heavy regulation for them also. For example, in Finland we have tried to make the regulation lighter, to give also the companies to possibility to use their own brains and make the services better. But I think it's also a long distance change. It won't happen just one night. Even I would hope that we could do that too somehow in some services. But for example, when you have people who are self-employed, who are working when it's good for them to work, I think the taxation, the social security, the insurance should also be helpful for them. And the old one, those old regulations, they are not flexible enough to help. And I think when the younger generation, also in the video, said that okay, we want better services and we want better prices for the services, cheaper prices and the fair competition. They don't say that okay, we don't want them to pay tax or we don't them to be social secured, but they are asking about the service. And if we could work together with the kind of old-fashioned transport sector and the newcomers, which actually have been there many years already, but haven't been so speaking out loud of themselves, I think we could find a new kind of way to serve people also with the whole transport sector, and also get the answers for the climate challenges too. But as I said, if we here in the European Parliament are too afraid to have this discussion, it will take too many years to time in member states just by alone find the solutions.
Thank you very much indeed.